in the cases of China, Mexico, Pakistan, etc. Okay. Today we will discuss the case of Zimbabwe. Okay. Here, Zimbabwe was under the control of, or Zimbabwe ruled by white minority till 1980. Then, after the rule was ended, and the SANU-PF, a political party, SANU-PF, political party, come to throne in Zimbabwe. The party name was SANU-PF. It was a political party after the white minorities rule. The rule captured by the political party SANU-PF. After SANU-PF came into power, they were held several regular elections and the party with the majority. But every time the party itself only attain the victory. How did they attain continuous success? Here we can say we already discussed about the elections. Mexico. In Mexico, what happened? The party, the PRI, Institutional Revolutionary Party, wins always, and there so many malpractices they used. Like that, the SANU-PF party, the party leader became president of Zimbabwe. Then they, like Mexico, the rulers, what did they do? The rulers, the governments win the election through unfair manner. Then people understood the party win the regular elections or they continuous win through unfair manner. What is unfair manner? They used some malpractices or dirty tricks they used in the field of election. Then after they came into power, they changed the constitution continuously. Separate changes they brought into their constitution. Subsequently, they revised the constitution and give more power to president. What about power? Here, the opposition is harassed when they opposed the activities of president. Then public protest and demonstrations are declared illegal in constitution. It means they limit the power of the activists or protect the revolutionaries. So the people they could not react against the existing government under the leadership of the SANU-PF party. The president is more powerful than in democracy. We all know in democracy people are rulers or people rule themselves. But in a nominal sense, Zimbabwe existed democracy. But in actual sense, democracy is not followed like a good democracy. Okay. Here they used the governments win the election through unfair manner. Then opposition is harassed when they oppose the existing government. Then public protest and demonstrations are declared illegal. Then the rights of citizens limits through constitutional amendments. Okay, for what purpose? Constitution. What was the role of constitution in a democratic country? To protect the rights and privileges of citizens. But here they reduce the power of people and they increase the power of president of Zimbabwe. From we can you say it's a real democratic? No, it's nominally it's a democratic country, but in actual sense the practice was undemocratic. Okay, if so, what is the difference between a democracy and a good democracy? Here is we can see democracy or some of the features are in democratic nature. Difference between a some countries follow the pure democratic features and some countries only in name they follow the democracy. If so, the difference between democracy and good democracy. Those are democracy, both are democratic features, but a good democracy has special features. Okay, here we can say in democracy the representatives of people rule on behalf of the people. നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടി നമ്മുടെ representatives എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? Rule ചെയ്യുന്നു. We have an equal voting right, and but here is a problem. It don't tell about the hunger and poverty. How to solve the economic problems of how to economic stability, how to introduce economic stability. This type of policies not minded in good democracy. Okay, in a democracy. But in a good democracy, every citizen have equal participation. What type of democracy? That type of democracy is known as direct democracy. Okay. Then the government should provide education, information, and the government policy should be transparent, and they should manage the resources equally. Here, in a large democratic country like India, we have distributed the resources equally. No, in India, നമുക്കറിയാം ലാർജസ്റ്റ് ഡെമോക്രാറ്റിക് കൺട്രിയാണ്, പോപ്പുലേറ്റഡ് കൺട്രിയാണ്, റിസോഴ്സസ് ഈക്വൽ ആയിട്ടാണ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. അല്ല, ഇല്ലാത്തവർ ഒരുപാടുണ്ട്, ഏറ്റവും താഴെത്തട്ടിലുള്ളവരുണ്ട്, ഏറ്റവും റിസോഴ്സസ് കുറച്ച് പേര് മാത്രം കോൺസെൻട്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ഉണ്ട്. സോ വി ക്യാൻ സേ ഇന്ത്യ ഇസ് എ ഡെമോക്രസി. ക്യാൻ വി സേ ഇന്ത്യ ഇസ് എ ഗുഡ് ഡെമോക്രസി? India practices democracy. Democratic features we follows, but is it a good democracy in India? No, because every citizens have no equal rights in India. Then every citizen don't get education. Then some government policies are not transparent. Then equal resources we cannot see in India. Okay, so we can say India follows democracy, but not a good democracy. Not only India, but also almost all countries follow the democratic policies only. In actual sense, we can observe the policies. We cannot see the features of good democracy. Okay, these are the difference between a democracy and a good democracy. Here is a difference. In democracy, there is no in democracy rulers not bothered about the hunger and poverty of the people. Other features we can see the representatives of people rule the people. Then they have equal right to vote, political right, equal political right. Then they don't tell about hunger and poverty. How to solve the poverty of or how to eradicate the poverty of the country. Then in vice versa, in good democracy, every citizens have equal rights. Then the government should provide education, and all information of government should be inform the people, and the resources should be distributed equally. These are the difference between democracy and a good democracy. Okay, I already told you the lesson. This unit start with the conversation between teacher and some students. Okay, till this time the teacher provided information about what you mean by democracy and what are the features of democracy, what is the difference between democratic and non-democratic government, the difference between election in democracy and non-democratic government, then how many types of government existed in the world. Then from the hints given by the teacher, the students understood what you mean by democracy, what is the difference between democratic and a non-democratic country, and what types of government other than democracy existed in the world. There were military rule, then monarchy, such type of government. The people's familiar with the conversation with the Madam Linda. Okay, then she provided a space for discuss with the why do we need a democracy? First, she introduced what is meant by democracy. From first they introduced, we also introduced starting the lesson with a definition. What was that definition? Democracy is a form of government. It is the government of rule the people themselves. When rulers are elected by the people themselves, that type of government is known as democracy. In this definition, we can understand three things. Who elected the people? Who elected the rulers? People elected the rulers. Through which method? Through election procedure. Okay. For whom they elected? The rulers are elected for the people. Okay. Then they debates against and in favor of democracy. So here the people debate against and favor of democracy. The students, some people, the arguments were in favor of democracy, and some students participated in the debate for saying about against the democracy. Okay, we can see. First, already the most of students knew what were the features of democracy. From the features, they argued to support democracy. How did they support? Some students told it is accountable. What do you mean by accountable? We already told you we the people elect the representatives. So representatives should be always responsible or accountable to the people. So the students first points of student were it is accountable. Then another important factor they argued in favor of democracy was, in democracy it considers differences. What do you mean by differences? We all know different levels of people living in society. Some of them are rich and some of them are poor. Some of them are lower caste people and some of them are upper caste people. Some of them in colorless people and some of them are white people. Without considering those discrimination, democracy consider these differences and treat equally. That is, consider differences. Then another one, it enhances dignity. It is also a feature. So you can debate in favor of democracy is easy because you can list out the features of democracy. Okay. Then enhances dignity of citizens. The citizens in the government democracy. Some of the students stand against the democracy. What whether? Because this stand against means demerits of democracy. What are the demerits of democracy? It creates instability in government because it is competition and it is a field of competition and power play. Other way the politicians and the jail. Other society government so political competition and power play leads the government instability. Then delays in decision. It consider majority and so that every decision should be always delayed. Delay means anything we can delay. It means we delay that policy. എന്ത് കാര്യങ്ങളിലാണെങ്കിലും അത് താമസിക്കുക എന്ന് പറയാൻ അർത്ഥം നമുക്ക് നിഷേധിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം. So democracy delays in decision making. These are the arguments in favor of democracy and arguments against the democracy. So there is a question chance to answer what are the merits of democracy and demerits of democracy. If the question is merits of democracy, we can list out the features of democracy. In the first class, we listed so many 8 to 10 features we studied in our first class. So, in positively ask questions, arguments on good democracy and good election. ഇതൊക്കെ ചോദിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഫീച്ചേഴ്സ് വെച്ചിട്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം, നിങ്ങൾക്കതിന് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യാം. ആർഗ്യുമെന്റ്സ് എഗെയിൻസ്റ്റ് ഡെമോക്രസി എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമുക്കറിയാം, പിന്നെ ഇവിടെ മെജോറിറ്റിയെ നോക്കുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് സ്വാഭാവികമായിട്ട് ഇൻസ്റ്റബിലിറ്റി ഉണ്ടാവും, decision making കാലതാമസം ഉണ്ടാകും, then political competition ഉണ്ടാകും. ഇനി another important negative points of demerits of democracy is മെജോറിറ്റിയുടെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ഇല്ലാതെ ഒരു കഴിവുള്ള ഒരാൾക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല ഡെമോക്രസിയിലേക്ക് കടന്നു വരാൻ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ രാഷ്ട്രത്തിന്റെ മെയിൻ സ്ട്രീമിലേക്ക് കടന്നു വരാൻ പറ്റാത്തത് ഇതിന്റെ ഒരു ഡീമെറിറ്റ് ആണ്. എഡ്യൂക്കേറ്റഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കഴിവുള്ള നല്ലൊരാൾക്ക് ഭരണം കൈവരിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് വേണം? മെജോറിറ്റി സപ്പോർട്ട് വേണം. ദിസ് ഇസ് എ ഡീമെറിറ്റ് ഓഫ് ഡെമോക്രസി. ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ ഐ forgot to explain the direct and indirect democracy in our first class. We will explain the direct and indirect democracy also today. What do you mean by direct democracy? എവിടെയെങ്കിലും ഈ ഡയറക്റ്റ് ഡെമോക്രസി ഇപ്പോൾ നിലനിൽക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? Do you know any direct democracy exists in any part of the world? We follow indirect democracy. So what is the difference between direct democracy and indirect democracy? In ancient Greek, they followed direct democracy. Why did they follow direct democracy? During the early period in Greek, population is less than in the parliament consists of only 100 or 200 members. So the people could select their rulers themselves directly. But if population increases, direct democracy is impossible to practice. So they conduct election and they selected their representatives, and the representatives ruled the country on behalf of the people. Okay, that is the direct and indirect democracy. Now there is not direct democracy in any other country in the world. So some democratic devices follow. Some of the countries follow direct democratic devices. It is a method of direct democracy. That way, we already told you a referendum. Who conducted referendum? In Pakistan, Parvez Musharraf conducted the referendum. Referendum is a direct democratic devices. What was the result of that referendum in Pakistan? അത് എന്തിനാണ് ഹിതപരിശോധന എന്ന് പറയും? എന്തിനാണ് അത് നടത്തിയത്? എത്ര ജനം തങ്ങളെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്നറിയുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി. To know how much popular support he get. But he didn't get any popular support. So he declared himself as a chief executive, and after 2002 he became president of Pakistan. So we can say direct democracy is not practiced in any countries. Some types of direct democratic devices only used in countries like Switzerland. Indirect democracy, we follow indirect democracy. Indirect democracy means we elected our representatives, and these representatives rule the country on behalf of the people. Okay. Okay. Now we will discuss after election, an elected representatives follow the three principles. What are the three principles? First one, equality. He should, or the ruler should, treat every individual equally without considering he is rich or poor, or he is in any caste, considering caste or religion, color, etc. Okay. Then another one, dignity of citizens. After election, the ruler should be consider all citizens, or consider all citizens' dignity. We already studied in the features, when we studied the features of democracy. The most important feature of democracy was to enhance the dignity of citizens. So the ruler should follow these principles for the welfare government. Then another one, consider differences. We already know societies consist of different types of people in their economic condition, social condition, and everything. We can see differences. The ruler should consider these differences and treat it equally. These are the three principles the ruler should follow after election. Or sometimes there is a chance to ask the values of democracy. Okay, the three values we should follow under democratic government. Then sometimes ask a question, why I like democracy? Then what are the reasons I don't like democracy? The answer is, we already told you the reasons why, the arguments against democracy and the arguments in favor of democracy. Why do you like the democratic government? Why don't you like democracy? We already told you I like democracy because the reasons are, what are the reasons? Democracy, in democracy we are treated equally, we have political right or voting right, then it enhances dignity of the people, then in decision making field people are participated in decision making, then in democratic country, the rulers rule themselves. So many features we studied in the earlier class. So such a question, what type of question? I like democracy. What are the reasons? So you should list what was the, or what are the features of democracy? Only positive sides. Okay. Then if a question is, I don't like democracy, why? If such a question is asked, you will answer what type of answer? We already learned the arguments against democracy. What was the arguments against democracy? We already learned the non-democratic countries' features. We can see instability, and good democracy don't follow, or the democracy don't follow the hunger or consider hunger and poverty. Then it was a field of power competition and power play, political competition and power play. Such type of negative signs we can point out why I don't like democracy. Okay. Then we discussed what is good government or good democracy and democracy. Here is a question. Democracy is not a magical solution for all problems. Why? We already told you the best form of government was democracy. However, there is a problem. There are problems. So the Democrats told that democracy is not magical solution for all problems. It is a better form of government, but it is not. It cannot express magic because mistakes are common. So like there is a chance to mistake. So it can correct only people by opposition and other means. നമുക്കറിയാം മാജിക്കൽ സൊല്യൂഷൻ അല്ല, സ്വാഭാവികമാണ്. മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് ഉണ്ടാകുന്നത് സ്വാഭാവികമാണ്. ആ മിസ്റ്റേക്സിനെ കറക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാനേ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് എപ്പോഴും എന്ത് ചെയ്യും, ഉണ്ടായിക്കൊണ്ടേയിരിക്കും. സോ വി ക്യാൻ സേ ഡെമോക്രസി ഇസ് നോട്ട് എ മാജിക്കൽ സൊല്യൂഷൻ ഫോർ ഓൾ പ്രോബ്ലംസ്. We can sometimes we can list out the arguments first. With the positive sides we can explain. Then we can point out it is not a magical solution for all problems because mistakes is common in nature. As a human being, we conduct mistakes common, and then we try to correct these mistakes. That is only a solution for democracy. Okay. Today we started with the cases of Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, till 1980, Zimbabwe was ruled by white minority. Then a ZANU-PF party got majority and they ruled Zimbabwe. But they could continuously rule Zimbabwe. How could they possible? They used some dirty tricks to election. After win the election, they controlled people, protestants and media. How did they control? They harassed the opposition and controlled. They didn't control media, but they didn't abolish censorship. But freedom of press is given, and at the same time they control the media. Then they limited the power of people and the Protestants, and through the constitution they increased the power of president. Today we discussed the case of Zimbabwe. Okay, we can okay, let's discuss with the beginning. First we studied what do you mean by democracy. There were two definitions we studied. First, the definition given by Abraham Lincoln. It was commonly accepted definition. What was that definition? Democracy is of the people, for the people, and by the people. Then another important definition the children of Lyndon Mayer created. That was the democracy is the form of government that rulers are elected by the people. Then we discussed the features of democracy. Then we differentiated democratic government and non-democratic government. From the differences or distinguish, we could understand what were the problems existed in non-democratic countries and how can we enjoy in democratic countries and what were the problems going through non-democratic countries. Then we discussed the elections of democratic country and non-democratic country. Then we discussed the cases of Pakistan, China, Mexico, and then Zimbabwe, Iraq. The cases we discussed in the last classes. Then today we discuss the problems of Zimbabwe. Actually, some countries have a democracy in name only. Then actual sense, the practice level, we could not see the features of democracy. Then what are the values that inspire democracy? Then democracy is not a magical solution. Then okay, we discussed in a detail in this chapter what democracy and why democracy. You should read the text properly. I already told you first chapter is omitted. You should read the first chapter and understand how could the democracy expanded in the world, throughout the world. In the initial periods, there were less countries follow democracy. Nowadays, most of the independent countries follow democracy. In a special cases like Britain and the Arabic countries only follow the non-democratic government. But the people in these countries didn't make any revolution or any they don't oppose. Why didn't they oppose? They already get welfare government. In Britain, queen or king ruled their country, or monarchical system existed, but they enjoyed all rights and privileges in Britain, so they have no complaints. Unlike that, the Arabian countries, they were rich in oil, petroleum oil, and the rulers gave a good standard of living in those countries, so the people have no need to react against the rulers. But like in the third world countries like India, Pakistan, and such type of Myanmar, Burma, like these countries must follow democracy because most of the people faced so many difficulties. Okay, for first chapter you must read, and if you have any doubt you can ask and discuss with me. Okay, in next class we will meet with the another topic. Thank you.